and I think I'm going to take Jalen Green from the Rockets.
All right.
Um, and the Rockets, who are suddenly they are a competitive team. I believe they've won 5 of the last 9. He's about 22, 4-4 for the year. Obviously, just a young kid, hadn't even turned 21 years old yet. But like I said, they have won. Let me make sure I'm right here. It is 5 of the last 9 games, and in that span, he's putting up 23, 4.6 assists. And the thing with him is the scoring ability is obvious. The 3-point shot kind of is up and down, but he's gotten stronger. That will continue. I hear nothing but great things about his work ethic. It's so explosive, and you can see him starting to develop that playmaking ability. He's had he's had several like 7, 8, 9 assist games. He didn't have any of those last year. He's another guy who I think ultimately long term, you're going to have to put a real point guard next to him. Kevin Porter Jr. to me is not that guy. He's probably a 6-man type of creator ultimately. Whether Rafael Stone agrees with me or not is is a separate conversation. But I just think Green, again, at 20 years old, proven he can be such an explosive scorer. You're seeing progress as far as other aspects of the game, and 5-4 is not a long stretch, but he's shown you that he can help win. He can contribute to winning.
What you've seen too is his turnovers going down too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was, I think in the Milwaukee game, it was like he had 2, right?
Yeah.
Between him and Kevin, some nights, those numbers are high,
Yeah.
I think for him, 2 things, like he's 20 years old, right? Like you forget about that. Like it's one thing to get drafted and you're talented, and then it's another thing how do you kind of mold that guy into to play the right way, like
Right.
not just at one speed going one way here. You saw that that stretch last year from a scoring standpoint. I mean, he put, I think, like Iverson-esque numbers for a period of time here, and you're right. I think I would love to see a playmaking point guard next to him. Kind of a I don't think Kevin is the right guy. Eventually they'll figure it out on their own. As far as like eventually you just kind of it hits a limit, right? Like
Right.
there's an expiration to the experiment here, and but yeah, I mean, I think the game has slowed down for him.